Well, welcome back to another coffee and a chat, and I've had a very interesting start to my day. So first off, God has perfect timing. He knows what we need before we even know it. So see, I got coffee today. I know it's not a fancy cup. It's my little camo thing, whatever. I love it. I can walk around the house and not worry about spilling a cup. And I've missed it. Okay, so to my friend Pam, who one of my neighbor gals, she obviously has been watching some of the videos, and so she had asked me the other day, do you have coffee yet? Pam, I've got coffee. It's awesome. And I needed it today. So I want to tell you a little story about how my day started. So woke up, had a dog that needed to be let out. So I got up and to let the dog out. Well, Marvin was in the bathroom. And normally I wouldn't tell you that, but it's kind of important to the story. So when I let the dog out, I was like, you get up, you got to go, or at least that's my case. So I was like, okay, well, Marvin's already in our bathroom, so I'll go to the other bathroom that's off the office. So I came walking back here to this room. And I was just getting ready to step into the bathroom when I'm looking down on the floor. Now, there's a cord that runs there for a computer. But suddenly there was two cords, and one was only, 18 inches long or something. And it came to a tapered end. And I'm like, because my brain was not thinking of what it was, that I was going to see that in the house. So I just, so I'm looking at it, and then it dawns on me, that is a snake's tail. And the snake is going into my bookshelf that I've got sitting right there outside that door. And so that was about 18 inches of tail that was just laid out across the floor. And so I don't like snakes. My heart rate went up, and I go moving. And I've got some mobility issues, but I'll tell you, I pushed beyond pain and everything. I moved as fast as my little legs could carry me, and I got in there. And thankfully, Marvin was coming out of the bathroom, and I'm like, Marvin, there's a snake in the office. And he's like, what? So anyway, long story short, Marvin came and took care of the snake. And it was no easy task, but my hero took care of the snake. I won't tell you what he did in case you're one of those people that think that it's okay to have a snake crawling around your house. Yeah, well, this one wasn't invited, and he won't be crawling anymore. That's all I'm saying. And my husband is awesome. So, you see why I need coffee? This was several hours ago, and I'm still like, and as I'm sitting in here, I hope he didn't have friends. But he was a little one. He was about 2.5, 3 foot, but he was a young snake, and just a harmless black snake. Harmless except for when you don't expect to see him on the way into the bathroom. I almost stepped on that tail, and because that's what made me step back and go, why is there another cord there? And why isn't it go anywhere? And where's the... And then, yeah. So... I am so grateful this morning for so many things. And I started giving God a list of gratitude. I was grateful that I got up to let the dog out and knew that I couldn't go back to that other bathroom, so I came here. Because otherwise, I don't know how long the snake's been in the house. I don't know how long it would have been in the house, and might have surprised me in a worse way. I was grateful that my brain finally caught up and realized what I was looking at. I was grateful that when I went back to get Marvin, he was coming out of the bathroom and dressed and able to run right back here. I was grateful that our grandson, out of a solid sleep, was able to get up and go get the tools we needed fast. I was grateful that my husband was able, because the snake was going all the way in the bookshelf, and there was just the tip of his leg, of his tail. And so Marvin started pulling books off the shelf until he was exposed. Well, then when he came out, but Marvin was fast, and I was grateful for that. I was grateful that I didn't get bit. I was grateful for so many things. And so after I got through my thing of gratitude and we had an appointment we had to go to and everything and working through it, this snake has stayed on my mind, and as I'm sure it will for a while. But I got to thinking that, because I believe there's a lesson in everything, that it can be a picture of so many things. And it's like, sometimes, like today, basically, I feel like God was like, okay, Angie, you need to get up and let the dog out. Oh, yeah. Why don't you go to the other bathroom? Oh, look down on the floor there where you're about to step. No, take another look. Do you see what you're seeing? Okay, now go get Marvin. And, I feel like God, showed me that there was a snake in my house because I didn't know. And, and I was like trying to figure out how he got in here. Well, he probably came in after mice because it's that time of year where the mice are wanting to move in. And he was as small as a snake that anywhere a mouse could get in, he could get in. Wouldn't take much. So I just was thinking that, sometimes there's a snake in your house, or there's a snake in your life, or in your world, or at work, or, in the family, or among your friends, or whatever, that there are snakes that pose a danger to us, and we can walk around oblivious. See, we're backtracking like a few days to where I saw snake tracks in the dog pen, and there's a broken vent that goes under the house that's right there, and and I'd seen snake tracks around it. Well, okay, and then we had one of our dogs in the night was sounding the alarm, something was wrong, and I couldn't find anything wrong, so I thought he just heard one of the kids getting up or something, and it's fine. I kept telling him, settle down, it's fine. But he kept wanting to come back here to the office. Okay, so, and even now, my really, really good dog, I've got this one, he's so good, so obedient. And when you tell him to go get in his crate, he just goes and gets in. I mean, he is an awesome dog, and he's gorgeous. But all of a sudden today, he's not wanting, then this was after the snake thing. He wasn't wanting to get in his crate. He kept wanting to come back here. And I'm like, I think he's tracking where that snake came back here, because he followed, right back into where the snake had gone. So I think there were all kinds of things trying to warn us that there was a snake in the house, but we weren't expecting there to be a snake in the house. Are you following me? So we weren't really paying attention to the warnings. And I think that in life, there are times when God sends all these signs to let us know there's a snake, something that we need to be cautious of, that we need to be wary of, that we need to be protected from, or whatever. Something that isn't what we think it is. It's not an electrical cord. And thank goodness I didn't reach down to pick it up. But because I had thought about reaching down, picking up, and going, what's this here? So, all right. In life, we have those things that we think are one thing, and it turns out to be another. And I believe, I can look back in my life and see where God tried to warn me, where he tried to show me. And, and he has to get very, very plain and very blunt with me to get through to me. I don't take hints well, and I'm not always good at solving the riddle. But it just made me grateful for that, the whole thing that happened today, because it reminded me to pay attention to the signs that God's giving me when something just doesn't seem quite right, to pay attention and not dismiss it because I'm not expecting to find a snake there. And snakes are, they can hide. Once that snake got into the bookshelf, if we hadn't seen it go in there, you'd never know it was in there. I wouldn't have known until I went to take a book off the shelf, and there it was. Then I would have known, and by that point, I probably would have got bit. So, yeah. Just wanted to share this with you and remind you that there are snakes moving around us all the time. And God will shine his light on it. He will warn us, but we've got to be listening to him. We've got to pay attention, and we need to be on high alert. The Bible tells us to be alert, to be awake, not woke, but to be awake, to be alert, to pay attention, because our adversary, the devil, he's prowling around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. You know, sometimes we let things into our life and we think, oh, it's really no big deal. But then it turns into something that takes us somewhere we didn't intend to go, kept us longer than we wanted to stay, and cost us way more than we were willing to pay. The old thing they used to say about sin, okay? So pay attention. Watch out what doors you open in your life. Be careful. And I'm serious about this. Be careful of what you're watching in movies, on TV, on the internet. Be careful of games you're playing on the internet. Be careful of people that you're chatting with, or even when you meet somebody new. Just be prayerful and ask the Lord if everything's okay. Because the enemy is looking for any way and every way he can to slither on in, get a foothold before you even realize he's there, and then bam, attack. So, yeah, I'm hoping my house is snake-free, but I'm asking the Lord, if there's any other snakes in here, show us so we can get them out, because I don't know about you. Maybe you're one of those people that loves cohabitating with snakes. That's not me. And what a snake represents in the Bible, none of us should want to cohabitate with that, because we should not want to be with evil. All right. Well, it's kind of a little quick one today, but I wanted to share that with you. I thought, besides being very unnerving, was also very interesting to me, of paying attention and realizing that not everything is what it appears to be. All right. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I love you guys. I'm praying for you. I hope you're praying for me. And we're going to get through it. We're going to get through everything that comes our way, one day at a time, holding on to the Lord. All right. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you real soon.